Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your February 2024 tarot reading. Happy birthday to my February Pisces friends. I hope you guys are doing well. Oof. The beginning of this year was not quiet. It has not been, just the intensity of that Mercury and Mars conjunction alone as Uranus is going direct, Mercury and Mars is square Chiron, like it's been very intense energy. And I feel like everybody's nervous system just needs a break. And so here we are in like under the sea world, which is really not under the sea because it has stars too. So we're in outer space and under the sea all at the same time. Um, but yeah, it's, it's just exhausting. Everything's exhausting right now. And I feel like it's okay if we just admit that it's kind of everything's sort of exhausting right now. We're just going to get right into your energy. Things are going to start changing pretty rapidly now that Uranus is direct. You've probably already felt, let's see if there are any others in here. You've probably already felt that shift and that knowing that things can't be the same. I feel like some of you are trying to decide whether you want to move. You guys, this is all right. So we have the Chariot. That was the first card. So there's this determination of, the Chariot is about divine timing, but this is our purpose and this is the journey and this is the direction that we're going in. You could have Cancer energy around you as well. We also have the Hierophant. So there's Taurus energy. We have the Two of Pentacles and then the Wheel of Fortune. Right? Like, what a great reading. And the only thing here is the vacillating, the Two of Pentacles, the trying to decide, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Some of you are trying to decide between a Cancer and a Taurus. Fair. Love that. Some of you are trying to decide whether you want to move or go back to school. But there's a leveling up. Whatever this is, whatever it is that's happening in your life right now, and you have a decision that you need to make, it's a level up. And it's a level up because you have created the path to do so. Like, we all have, my belief, okay? I believe that we have all written what we wanted, this is a part of our soul's journey. And as a lifetime, as a part of our soul's journey, we've decided what we want to learn and we've decided what we're going to go through, and maybe not like down to the details, right? But each time we kind of allow ourselves to show back up for ourselves and come back to ourselves, because that's what the meaning of life is. The meaning of life is to be authentically you and to just show up that way. There's no big grand scheme or grand plan that we all are, the meaning of life is the love. And that's being that unconditionally coming back to yourself. And so every time we make a decision for our purpose and our soul and what our soul wanted to learn in this lifetime, it's like this leveling up that we do. And I feel like you're in that space, right? And you have decisions to make and you have questions. The Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot they both represent divine timing. And the secret of divine timing is that it's your timing. And what I mean by that is being in the present moment. and not constantly worrying about what the future is going to look like and how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen and if it's going to happen. All you do is live in your present moment reality where you are right now, which is very hard to do these days. It's so easy to get distracted. But you live in this present moment reality, which is what you're aligned with right now. And you let life unfold from there. And you listen to the callings, and I mean, it's beautiful to have dreams, and we want to have dreams, and we want to have aspirations, and we want to have goals, and but we want them to be open-ended so that the universe can actually take hold of them and be like, oh wow, look at you, you're taking your journey and you're taking your path and you're not fighting yourself anymore. Because that's really all it is. We fight ourselves. We think we're fighting other people, but when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, we're actually fighting against ourselves and our own paths we're taking. So deep breaths, my dear Pisces friends. We're going to leave that. Oh, there's a card that came out and it was in reverse. And I don't typically read reversals, but we're doing new things these days, you guys. So we're going to read that in reverse because it is prominent. And we're going to read that one in reverse too. All right. Prominently reversed here. Bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Cups, which makes a lot of sense. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for you guys right now, and you might be looking at that opportunity as mass confusion or mass chaos, or almost like you're crazy or a mental illness in a way. Which is nothing to laugh about. I'm not laughing at being at mental illness. In fact, I've been diagnosed with a mental illness in my lifetime, so I understand the stigmas behind that. But my point at that is Pluto's in Aquarius in your 12th house. For Pisces risings, Pisces suns will feel that the most in the 12th house. But Pisces moons will also feel it because with Saturn in Pisces right now and Pluto ingressed in your 12th house, and yes, for a couple more months it'll backtrack into Capricorn this year, but for 20 years Pluto will be there and it will rearrange your mental, and you might feel crazy sometimes. And so this is your sign to bring yourself some peace, to allow yourself, your soul's journey, and not feeling what you feel like you have to do for other people while you're on this journey. So we have the Knight of Cups on the Chariot. In a lot of ways, so part of me feels like some of you have a Cancer that you're connecting with or that's coming towards you. In other ways, I feel like some of you really need to nurture your purpose right now. Like really focus on your goals, really focus on your direction and what you want to do and where you're headed. That Knight of Cups is like almost like something very sweet that's coming towards you. But I feel like it's your energy, like it is the mutable water energy. The Knight of Cups is the mutable water energy, so that's Pisces, right? And so I feel like this is your time, you know. um and some of you are in a new relationship, or you've met someone new, and or you're ready to meet someone new, and I feel like you're really antsy about it. For some of you, I feel like you are this, and it's almost like Saturn in Pisces is making Pisces be how do I want to put this? It's like you guys are really not enjoying this restriction. You're like, hurry it up already, hurry it up. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So if you have a Taurus in your life, I don't even feel like they're moving, you know? I mean, this is really slow movement forward, so at least it's progress, right? When the Knight of Pentacles is upright. But when the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like it might even feel like right now that your journey is even kind of stagnant too, or like your spiritual journey, you know, because the Hierophant can often be our spiritual journey or just our, you know, leveling up or learning. And you may feel, but for some of you, it's about a Taurus, and that Taurus is not doing well right now. Not doing well right now. Um, and I almost even want to say that that might even stagnate your plans too. Um, Three of Pentacles on the Two of Pentacles. I think that you're wanting to establish roots. And I feel like that's what the focus of this purpose, you know, your purposeful intention, you know, that focus that you have. You have the Three of Pentacles here on the Two of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is about building a foundation, but I think that you're at a place where you want to build a foundation where there are other people that want to build the same kind of foundation with you. And so here's that part where I'm going to say that let it unfold, Pisces, let it unfold. Let everything just naturally unfold for you. Instead of getting yourself like all sorts of freaked out, instead of being like, this journey is stagnant right now and it's driving me crazy and I just don't know what to do next, right? When we feel like we're in a stagnant place, um, do that. Just be still. I know it's uncomfortable. Oh man, it even gets physically uncomfortable. It's not even like, you know, it's not even just like mentally or emotionally uncomfortable. It even gets physically uncomfortable. We have the Six of Cups in reverse, the Four of Swords on the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. First of all, I'm hearing for a lot of you is the past isn't it anymore. There is a deep healing of the past that's being taken place with you, I think, in big ways, Pisces. And that is everything. So we have this Four of Swords, the resting, right? The Four of Swords is a deep meditation, but when we think of swords, that's our thoughts, right? So we want to allow ourselves to get out of our own way. That's what that Four of Swords is there for. It's to help you heal. It's to, you know, I find it's the major or the minor arcana of the Hanged Man. It's like allowing yourself to see things from a different perspective. You know, you're getting quiet and you're listening to yourself, which you are the ones that know. You carry the information. You are mutable water. Water carries codes. You carry the information, Pisces. And because you carry a lot of it, that's why you come here boundless. And that's why the boundaries for yourself are very important, because you want to, you know, when you are carrying the codes and you're given the, you know, you're here and you're flowing, that's a lot of energy to take in everybody else's energy. So this is a month of focusing on you. And this is a month of intentional purpose. Like, um, you know what you want to do. And during this stagnant time, if you feel stagnant, if you feel like nothing's moving ahead or nothing is moving forward, um, just sit still and listen. What's my next move? What's my next move? I think that I sat in like an unknown space for months, for a while, really frustrated. And a lot of it was because I didn't want the answer. I just wanted to kind of have a pity party with myself. Like, I'll be honest with you guys. I just wanted to have a pity party with myself. And sometimes that's needed. but you can't sit in it. I think I've sat in my pity parties for a little too long sometimes. And so we got to get honest with ourselves about that too. Um, but I think that um, I think that there's all of these options that you have, the ones that are confusing you, all of the ways that it could happen. I feel like excuse excuse me. I feel like part of the reason why there is a stagnancy here is because, like, there are parts of this journey that have hurt you. And with the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords right here at the bottom of the deck, and we also have the Magician, right? Because you're working yourself out of this, but I feel like you have got to get, I'm not going to say it like that. I feel like what Pisces needs right now is being honest with the pain that's hurt them in the past and no longer allowing, because we have the past here in reverse, right? So we can't carry this anymore. There's no more carrying the past. And once you are able to be like, what is it that is really holding you back? Sometimes it's just the fear, of past things resurfacing and the pain of it. So if we're really honest with ourselves on what's really holding us back, we can manifest anything, right? The Magician, we can manifest anything. So you're very purpose driven in February, but I think that sometimes you can talk yourself out of it very, very easily. Um, That's why it's always nice to have somebody to keep you accountable, and not somebody that's just going to tell you what you want to hear, Pisces, but actually someone that's going to keep you accountable, even if you don't like it. Like, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys. So my stepdad is a Pisces, and I've worked with many Pisces energies, and I used to be a little too blunt with Pisces energy because of my stepdad, because I had to have really strong boundaries with my stepdad because he didn't have any at all. I mean, he was just he was more of like a friend than a parent. He was really funny. He was a good friend, but he was not a parent by any means, like no discipline. Um but so I used to be really blunt with Pisces, and I've really softened up. I mean, my sixth house, my south node is in Pisces. So there's a lot of my all of my Virgo planets are in the 12th house, you guys. I'm very Piscean at the end of the day sometimes. And can be very, just out, in my own world, and kind of like going in circles and not having good boundaries sometimes. And I do things like that often, not have good boundaries with myself. And I have to get, we really all have to kind of get honest with ourselves about those things, because it's harming us. It's not about having boundaries for other people. At the end of the day, it's about how are we holding boundaries for ourselves so that we're not harming ourselves. That's what it's about. You're the most important thing in your life. And so I love this focus that you have, and I love that you have these shifts and these changes and these things happening for you. Albeit it might feel like it's taking forever to get there, but it's happening. It's happening, and you're healing. So I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful February. Take very, very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.